Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a collective love reading for any sign and any sign that you may be thinking of today. I'm going to call in my spirit guides, see what they have for you, what's next in love, what is the loving energy that's around you. Please use this reading to help you to manifest a love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that's come into your life recently. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's newly guided here for the first time. Let's call in our angels and our spirit guides, see what we have. What are the loving messages that spirit wants you to know today? What is going on around you? What could be coming towards you that we want to know? Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that you have at this time? I am listening for you now. I have fire. Let go of the emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. Can we stay in the present just for today? That's a hard one. We have a tendency to keep, flipping that broken record of the past, and then we have projection into the future. And I feel like a lot of us struggle with what's right in front of us. Can I stay in the now? Can I stay in the present? The magic happens in the present, everybody. Try to learn to live in the present. If you can. It's hard. I have a wish. I love it. The number 35, your heart's desire is ready to come true. Easier said than done, right? You all have, I know what I'm wishing for. I know what I'm hoping for. I do believe that there's a time that everyone gets what it is that they're wishing for. I mean, ultimately, Spirit wants us all to be happy. So it is a feeling of your heart's desire, and I want that for you as well. So don't give up on that ever. Just assume, it's kind of this feeling of, I'm just going to assume that it's going to come true. And I know it's coming. So I have a cracker. The number 7, positive energy surrounds you, love, joy, and good fortune. So something lights you up, firecracker, fireworks. And I feel that, I don't know, somebody lit something up underneath me. Maybe I feel like I haven't been in motion for a while. I feel like I've been stuck or stagnant, or I just haven't been moving the way that I want. Spirit, please share with me. I have an 8 of Pentacles. Okay. Good. Cards that don't want to work here. I like to line them up. Strength. I like to see them. All right. Death. A change is coming. A change is coming. A new beginning, a celebration. I did feel, I'm going to throw it out there. It's not my favorite, but I am going to say a workplace romance with a big question mark, because a lot of you know that that's kind of taboo. A lot of you know that, like, whoa, like, what am I getting into? But a lot of you do meet somebody through and around work. Okay. Doesn't mean that you work next to them. It doesn't mean that you are in the same company even, but you could be in the same building. You could be in the same industry. You could be colleagues in some way, but maybe you work for different companies, and you just happen to meet that way, and you're attracted to each other. It's all in how we meet. I have a Temperance. I have a Justice card. I have a 4 Cups. And I have a Hermit. That feels like after a divorce, somebody's coming out of a divorce, who's been divorced for a while, been in hermit mode, hasn't really been interested. I would say I'm entering into a second substantial, a second marriage kind of a feeling, or a second chance at love, so something like that. Another big commitment. And I'm going to say maybe I needed to be alone for a while. I had to just a little bit of a, I just wasn't ready. I'm going to say it that way. I wasn't ready for love. I wasn't interested. I feel like it's more like that. I was looking for balance. I love a zebra. This is a yin and a yang energy, but the zebra, no two zebras have the same stripes. I've been finding my individuality, they're saying. I've been knowing what makes me tick more than I ever have. I think those are important. I understand and embrace the opposing forces in life that bring about balance. I've been searching for my own balance and my own peace, and I'm not going to let that all go out the window for a casual affair. I'm not going to interrupt that peace for somebody who's a user or somebody who I know is just seductive. So I feel like that peace is ingrained in you. You're strong, you're grounded. You worked hard for that. So I wouldn't throw that out the window. Archangel Michael, I'm grateful for the strength and courage that Archangel Michael brings to my life. I'm grateful that I have the courage to do it on my own. I'm grateful that I have a choice. They're saying I can say no to somebody. I can say yes to somebody. I don't have to settle. So whoever they're bringing into your life, I feel like they're not going to get past the gatekeeper unless they're a really good match for you. You're like, okay, you see this gate, I worked really hard for this gate and I'm not going to open this gate just for anybody. So that's fine. That's you setting boundaries around what's important to you and what isn't. More so than the checklist is, they're saying the attitude, the treatment, things like their personality, do I feel good with them? So you've got a checklist of kind of traits, like they're good looking or I like their smile, but there's a whole nother category out there of energetic traits. Is this person stressed all the time? Are they angry all the time? Are they under a lot of pressure, and that pressure is being pushed onto me? So that energetic energy, I feel like you're very aware of as well. A throat chakra, the number 20. I speak my truth and encourage others to speak theirs. I need the truth. I need a person in my life that is truthful. So if you know that about yourself, that you are genuinely honest, you have nothing to hide, you wouldn't even think to do that to somebody, then that's how you put it out into the world. And you say, you know what, I'm looking for the same vibration. I'm looking for the person who also, they're saying, speaks their mind and speaks their truth. So that's probably what you're searching for. Spirit, please tell me about this connection. Where is this connection? When is it coming? Anything you want me to know? I have a 4 of Swords. I have a High Priestess. I have a 9 of Cups. They said after you find yourself, are you on a journey? Okay, you've gone through some kind of journey of self-discovery. You've gone through a lot of healing. You're definitely a different person than you were. So after you find yourself, this love appears. I have a King of Swords. I feel truthful with that. This is somebody who you're going to be able to talk to. This feels like it's somebody who, I'm going to say, even on an intuitive level where you are sharing with family and friends, that there's something about this person that you can't quite put your finger on it. But for now, you're getting along really well. You love talking to them. You love being with them. You look forward to seeing them. Is it love at first sight, Spirit? I don't know if it's necessarily love at first sight as much as it's the first person in a while that can hold my attention, that I feel like we have a lot in common, that hasn't blown it. you know, like on the first date, that I'm interested in. That's kind of saying and doing all the right things, in a good way. All right. Because sometimes you can get involved with somebody with that says and does all the right things, but it's a trap, but it's not honest. But I'm going to say that they're behaving themselves in a sense. I have a 4 of Pentacles. I'm going to put that on you, that I have a gate. I have a gate, and this person's got to get through it. I have an Ace of Pentacles. I have a 2 of Pentacles. And I have a 7 of Swords. Here's my gate and why. It took me too long to get away from somebody's energy. It took me too long to heal. Period. Point blank. I spent way too many years just getting over something. So I'm not going to bring something into my life again unless it's a genuine offer. It has value. So there's a sense of I deserve value. I deserve more. I deserve, it's going to be my choice this time. So definitely stand your ground. Nothing wrong with that. We all get a choice. You get to choose. The most important choice you're going to make is who you spend your time with. I have a Hermit. I have a 7 of Cups. I have a Queen of Cups. And I have a 2 of Swords. I feel like I'm adamant that I am willing to wait until the right one comes along. And I feel like that's okay too. So you know that there's a lot of people. You know that there's not any one person in this world. You have this beautiful queen energy of, if I'm going to be in a relationship, it's going to be because I have a lot of love to give, and they would be lucky to have me, and they would be, you know, grateful for me to be in their life, you know. So that's not selfish. You want to be with the right person. So I feel like there's a lot of people out there. I'm not going to just, I feel like you're not going to just put all your eggs in one basket right away. I feel like you, should I say picky? Picky. I mean, I guess it's a picky kind of energy, but it's probably a better word for it. Selective. Maybe I'm selective. Love. I want to make love to you, which you have never experienced before. I want intimacy in every possible way with you. I just want us to know each other like no one else before. So I want to be really close to somebody. I do. I don't want to just have sex. I don't. I want to make love to somebody. I want somebody to make love to me. So whoever's coming into your life, you're not going to cross that line unless they're able to give that to you. That's how I feel today. I have an expectation. I want to be all that you want me to be. I don't want to disappoint you. I know you have a lot of expectations for me, and I'm trying to stand for that. But at times I feel so far away from that, and I'm afraid to let you down or disappoint you. So expectations can make or break a relationship. If our expectations of somebody are just way, way like off the charts, I expect you to do this, 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 and this. And this person says, you know, I'm happy to do a lot for you, but that's a lot to ask of. So there's a part of me that says, you know, we go back to that give and take. We go back to that, you know, 2 of Swords, where I'm going to make some decisions about what works and what doesn't work. So, you know, maybe we put it into a more realistic expectation of where we are, where we're going, and what we both want. I have learning. You are unique and special, and I've never met anyone like you before. So there's something about you that I want to get to know. There is an overall slow burn energy in this connection. Maybe that works for you. I'm not interested in rushing into anything. I want to get to know somebody. I want to know what I'm getting into is really, but for now, I feel like they're saying and doing all the right things. So I don't know, maybe you're questioning that. Like, you know, is this too good to be true? Or am I just, you know, did I just hit the jackpot? But part of me feels like over time, I'm going to know that it's real. I have strength and courage and starting over, this feeling of a second chance at love, not with a person you had in the past, that we have the capacity to love again. We have the capacity in our lifetime to have multiple soulmates, and we have a capacity to love infinitely. So just because you loved before does not mean your heart isn't going to love equally or more. So we want that. I'm opening up to my psychic abilities. I feel like I am, that felt like I was more aware that you're very close. Okay. It was like, I know that you're very close. You're in the vicinity. I know that you're not that far away time wise. I know that, I know you'll be a soulmate. I just know that if I'm going to wait for the right one, I know that it's because you're going to be my soulmate. And I have a true love. I love this. Yeah. I mean, it's a sense of, do I want to say protecting yourself? More of a protecting yourself. Bottom of the deck, it says protection. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, that was a good one. Protecting yourself. You're not settling is really the message. You know, there's no settling here. There's only opportunity. There's only optimism, or there's only hope. There's just this sense of, I'm not going to do it unless it's great. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm not going to put myself in a situation unless I feel like it's something that's really something that I want. And I feel like this reading is speaking to your, not so much about them today, but speaking to your power, speaking to what's important to you, okay, heading into a relationship or the start of a relationship. Spirit, please share with me. I have a Chariot. What is it that you want? I have a Hierophant. I have a 5 of Cups. And I have a King of Cups. It felt like I want somebody, there was a no matter what energy that came in, that once we get to the stage where we know that we love each other, we know that we want to be together, that no matter what life throws at us, things will happen. But I'll love you no matter what. I will always love you. And I'm not going to give up on you. I'm not going to give up on us. I'm going to keep this thing going. So it is a commitment in the sense of I'm committed to the us. I'm committed to this kind of unconditional love, even though I think there's always in the back of your head, you know, there's limitations to that. If you treat me right, you know, there's unconditional love. Princess of Swords. I have a 2 of Torches, 2 of Wands, Princess of Wands, and a 7 of Cups. I feel like the choice is yours. Look at this. This is like, here I am waiting for the choice. This is exactly what we've been talking about, that, you know, the choice is always yours. And if you're not happy with a choice that's been put in front of you, then that's probably not the person. But if you look at the 2 of Wands with the 2 doors, okay, which door will you choose? You have that list in your head of what's going to work for you and what's not. And everybody is different, okay? Some people can invite young children into their lives at this stage. And other people are like, I've already raised my kids. I don't really know if I want to start all over. So what is it that works for you at whatever stage in life that you're at? And then all these choices are put in front of you. And okay, I like that person, but it's in the big picture of my life, that's one thing isn't really going to work. Okay, whether it's an age difference or religion or language barriers, or they live too far away, they want children, I don't, whatever the choices are. But what if Spirit puts you a choice in front of you and says, hey, it's up to you. Like, look at this energy. Let's do it this way, because I feel like this energy is coming at you. It's giving you a lot to think about. It's giving you this feeling of, hey, who are you? And do I open that door and get to know you? Do I choose to get to know you? Because you are somebody that I could see myself with. You are somebody that checks all the boxes. You are somebody that, what they say, saying and doing all the right things. So I have a feeling today reading for you is just a reminder that at the end of the day, I know you know this, but you do have a choice. And if something is put in front of you that isn't enough, then it's not enough. It's not going to, if it's not enough in the beginning, chances are it's not going to be enough in the future. Okay. So you're kind of better off to say, I'm okay with that. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for the right one. And when the right one comes along, you'll know it. Can I have just a loving message, Spirit? Not so much loving messages from a person. This reading was more for you, like a reminder of things to think about and things to take into consideration and what's important. I have dance. I love life. It supports me in every possible way. My day begins and ends in gratitude and joy. I always find a reason to dance. So what's that saying? Dance like no one's watching. Okay. Be happy with or without someone in your life, because there will be a day that Spirit brings you what it is that you do need. And then the choice is yours. I want this. I'm ready for this. I invite this in. So let's put this out into the universe. Dance like no one is watching. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here as always. If you are new to this channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. Put this out into the universe now. Ask Spirit to bring you this kind of loving energy. If you would like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, KathyMammelin.psychicmedium.com. Check out my other channels. I'll put the links in the description below. In the meantime, I want you to have a great day. The choice is always yours, and we'll see you again real soon.